膨大なチャクラと月星の一点集中。さらには
Hello everyone, welcome back to All Shinobi. How are you guys? This time the All Shinobi returns with a story that is rare and never even meet. On this occasion we will discuss 9 evolutions of Chidori. Before entering the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so that All Shinobi will be even more excited and will continue to update about the latest videos of Shinobi's world. Chidori is a technique that is quite well known among Naruto and Boruto fans. This technique is often encountered in every episode of Sasuke's battles. But Chidori is not Sasuke's original technique. Sasuke is only taught and then develops the technique. Chidori itself is a release technique based on the lightning element. This technique is able to change the chakra flow that is concentrated into the user's palm into a stream of lightning energy which is compressed so that it appears as a flow of electricity, and makes a distinctive sound like the chirping of thousands of birds. That's why it's named Chidori, which means in Japanese is the song of 1,000 birds. Chidori is Kakashi Hitake's original technique. He created this stance when he became a Jonin. Kakashi is indeed the Genin in his force. He is very prominent in his Nenjutsu and Taijutsu abilities. The beginning of creating this move is not yet perfect. Besides, because this Chidori technique requires the user's speed and accuracy, this technique also looks dangerous to the user himself. Minato, who saw the dangerous potential of this move, forbade Kakashi not to use it too often. But after Kakashi got the Sharingan from his best friend, Obito Uchiha, Kakashi became very reliable in using this Chidori technique, because in addition to having speed, his eyes were able to see the flow of chakra in Chidori. The Chidori technique is a killer technique where the attack power of this technique is able to break the skin to penetrate the body of the target. Kakashi initially used this technique when fighting Zabuza and always relied on this technique to end his fight. Knowing that Sasuke had mastered the Sharingan, Kakashi taught Chidori to Sasuke. Chidori! Who was currently undergoing his Chunin trials. Sasuke first used the Chidori technique during the Chunin test against Gaara, who had basic earth elements, was very weak against lightning element users. That's why Sasuke's Chidori was able to penetrate Gaara's sturdy defense. As time went by, Sasuke continued to train his Chidori technique, the initial technique he showed against Orochimaru, who was his own teacher. After his battle with Orochimaru, Sasuke continued to show his prowess in his battle against Deidara and Itachi. He was able to defeat the two Akatsuki members at almost the same time. And here is the change in the Chidori technique. 1. Chidori Nagashi. Chidori Nagashi is a Chidori that attacks with a large area around Sasuke. This technique is able to paralyze enemies within a few meters radius of Sasuke. Sasuke first shows this technique when he is facing Team 7. Sasuke can directly attack Naruto and Sai simultaneously and can block the attacks that Yamato smooths. 2. Chidori Isu. Chidori Isu is another form of Chidori change. Chidori Isu can be opened by Sasuke's second sword. Chidori Isu changes shape to become like a long sword. Usually this Chidori Isu uses Sasuke to attack vital points of his target, and when the target is hit by a technique, at this point, the target will be paralyzed by the Chidori itself, and will allow it not to move. Sasuke initially used this technique when he attacked Orochimaru, who was lying down. 3. Habataku Chidori or Black Chidori. Habataku Chidori or Black Chidori is an initial technique of change from Chidori. Habataku Chidori has similarities with ordinary Chidori, but with very strong power, because when using this Sasuke entered his demon form. At that time Sasuke fought his own best friend, Naruto. 4. Reikiri. Reikiri is a change in Kakashi's Chidori technique. Kakashi changes the use of Chidori because Reikiri is able to split lightning strikes. Besides that, Reikiri is a Chidori change that focuses more on the flow of lightning to Kakashi's fingertips. He always uses this technique to end the fight. 5. Chidori Raiden. Chidori Raiden is Kakashi's Chidori technique. This technique is a combination of two Chidori who use Kakashi's own clone. Then these two Chidori form a rope with a very sharp electric current which is even able to split the Jubi's tail. Kakashi early using this technique during his fight together guy against the Biju. 6. Chidori Katana. Chidori Katana is a Chidori change that can flow into a sword. With the flow of Chidori contained in the sword is getting sharper and even able to split steel. Sasuke is also able to split the jutsu that is thrown at him. This jutsu is shown for the first time his fight against the samurai in the samurai village. 7. Senbon Chidori. Chidori Senbon is a change in a Chidori that fingers countless thousands of needles, with a very small size. This technique is able to make Sasuke attack thousands of attacks from even insects. This technique was first used by Sasuke when he faced Deidara, when Deidara attacked Sasuke. With thousands of clay bombs in the shape of insects, Sasuke anticipated the thousands of insect bombs to use his Senbon Chidori. 8. Kirin. Kirin is an extraordinary form of Chidori. If Kakashi has a Reikiri technique, namely lightning splitting Chidori, Sasuke is able to create Kirin, where Kirin is a Chidori technique that comes from that realm. Sasuke is able to summon a large roar of lightning to attack his target. Sasuke first used this technique while fighting Itachi Uchiha. 9. Chidori Susano'o. This Chidori is Sasuke's combined technique when he uses Susano'o along with Chidori. The Chidori used in Susano'o mode is very large and of course his attacks are not playing games. Sasuke uses this technique during the 4th Shinobi World War. This Chidori technique is extraordinary. With every change in its form and attack power, it is not a lie that this technique is one of the strongest techniques in the Naruto and Boruto series. Enough to get here first All Shinobi this time. For the next story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because All Shinobi still has lots of stories and theories about the world of Shinobi of course. See you next time. And goodbye.
Like it!